Hello everybody, welcome to the next video lecture of this session, that is electromagnetic waves characteristics. In the last lecture classes we have seen the four cases of the electromagnetic waves, that is good conductors, lossless dielectrics, lossy dielectrics and the free space. So we have derived lot of equations there, lot of calculations we have done. Now let us solve some problems related to those four cases as we have seen in the earlier lecture videos. In this lecture video we are going to see some problems. These problems are very somewhat tedious and time consuming. It will take a lot of time to calculate the field expression. As we have seen that electromagnetic waves, we need to calculate electric field E and electric field magnetic field H. So that is what our aim. Okay, our aim of our that is fourth unit is we have to calculate electric and magnetic field. So in order to understand the electromagnetic waves, okay, if we are going to calculate, that is the completion of our job. That is we are going to in combination with that is for electric field and magnetic field also we are going to calculate alpha, beta, that is attenuation constant and phase constants, and also some that is velocity and beta phase constants. All those parameters we are going to calculate. So let us see some problems in today's class. Let me read out this question here. A lossy dielectric has an intrinsic impedance. Let us take the first question. He is saying that a lossy dielectric has an intrinsic impedance. He has given the intrinsic impedance eta value 200 at an angle of 30 degrees ohms. Generally eta will be measured. It is a unit of the units of eta is ohms here. At a particular radiant frequency omega. He has given full stop. If at that frequency the plane wave propagating through the dielectric has magnetic field, he has given the magnetic field, that is H is equal to 10 e power minus alpha x cos omega t minus 1 by 2 x ay amperes per meter given. So find E, capital E and alpha, that is he is asking find E, means we have to find E and alpha here, alpha, and this full stop, determine skin depth and wave polarization. Skin depth means delta, we have to calculate delta, and wave polarization. So these are the things we need to find here. Let us calculate here. He has given some points, given data. Based on that, let us try to calculate the values here. He has given eta here and he has given H value here, and we need to find first lambda. Let us try to calculate lambda here. Lambda is alpha here. Alpha is the attenuation constant and delta is the skin depth here, and wave polarization. We have to see whether the wave is polarized in x direction, y direction or z direction. Okay, so let us see here, that is eta is equal to mod eta at an angle of theta. Theta is the general formula. Here mod eta is given as 200 and theta of eta is given as 30 degrees. Okay, 30 degrees. Now as from the given data we can say that this is the value of beta. Beta is equal to 1 by 2. So that is we can easily say that beta is equal to from the given H field. And also we don't have anything related to formula here. Now we need to find the value of omega also and also alpha also, and in order to do the further problem. And now it is clear. Now from this given data we can easily say that the wave is propagating in the positive x direction. The wave is propagating along positive ax direction. So it is propagating along positive ax direction. Now we have to find the now we know that the formula now we have to find the direction of AE, that is for E. In order to find E, we need to calculate the direction of E here. Okay, that is here AK is equal to direction of the propagation is AX, and the magnetic field AH is in the AY direction. that is AY direction, Y direction, and we have to calculate the AE. AE is equal to given as minus of AK into AH, minus of AK into cross AH. We need to cross here. AK is given as AX cross AY. So it will turn around to be. So here we are going to have AK is AX and A is minus. That is here minus will get here as AZ. Okay, minus AZ here. AE is equal to minus AZ here. Okay, the direction of AE is minus AZ. Okay, remember this equation. We need to, after calculating the E, we have to put the direction of, instead of AY we have to give AZ minus AZ. Okay, now we will calculate the value of similarly from the given data H0. This is the value of H0 here. H0 is equal to 10. H0 the value is equal to 10 here, and we can calculate the we know that E0 by H0 is equal to eta here, and eta value has given 200 at an angle of 30 degrees. Okay, and H0 he has given as 10. Okay, I can calculate E0 here. E0 is equal to 10 into 200 into at an angle of 30 degrees. It will turn around to be 2000. If I write this in the polar form, it will be equivalent to e power j pi by 6. It will be turned around to be. Okay. Now this is the mod eta value here. Okay. Now I will write E here. E is equal to what I get here. E is equal to E0 e power minus alpha x cos of omega t minus beta x into we have got the value of AE. AE we have got, that is minus, and E0 here we got this one, that is E0 is yeah. So instead of writing this one in the exponential form, we can write this one in this form, that is e power E0 e power j pi by 6 e power minus gamma z into AE. So we have to take the real part of this one. So why? Because real part of this one will be cos here, in terms of cos here. So if I substitute this one, you will get here as AE is minus AZ here, minus E0 means 2000. E power means we have to get here, multiply here, we have to multiply here cos omega t minus x by 2, that is here x by 2 beta x, that is 1 by 2x minus beta z. I mean here we are having minus j pi by 6 into AZ. Here minus will get here. Okay, so that is what the E value here. So we have got E as this one. E is equal to minus 2000 cos omega t minus 1 by 2. We have to take the real part of this one. Real part means we know e power j theta means cos theta plus j sin theta. We are going to take the real part here. Now we will take the alpha value. In order, we have to calculate the alpha value here. We know that alpha is equal to, we recall the value of alpha here. Alpha is equal to omega square root of mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1. Similarly, beta is equal to, we know beta is equal to omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square plus 1. Now in order to calculate this one, let us take the ratio here, that is we will divide alpha by beta. We will divide alpha by beta here. That is, if I divide this one alpha by beta, it will cancel here. Just we are left with 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1 by minus 1, it will get outside here, I think. Yeah, it will be outside here, and sigma into 1, that is 1 root of square root of 1 plus, I will get like this. Now already we have got, now we have to calculate this value sigma by omega epsilon. So we know that this is tan 2 theta value, 2 theta of eta. So already we have got the value of that is tan 60 degree. I mean here we have got tan theta of eta is 30 degrees he has given. So if we multiply this one, I can get here as 2 into 30, that is tan 60. So tan 60 value is root 3. So we can substitute directly this value here, root 3. So what I get here? Square root of 1 plus root 3. Root 3 square minus 1 by square root of 1 plus root 3 square plus 1. So what I get here? If I have to calculate the value of alpha here. So that is alpha by that is here alpha by beta, that is equal to here square root of means you get here 3 plus 1, that is 4. Square root of 2 is 4 is 2 here, 2 minus 1 by 2 plus 1, that is equal to, I will get here as 1 by root, I will use root 3, that is 1 by root 3 I will get here. Okay. Similarly, alpha is equal to beta by root 3. Now that is beta is equal to what here? We have got from the given data we have that beta is equal to 1 by 2. So if I substitute 1 by 2 root 3, it will turn around to be the value of 0.2877 Nepers per meter. Nepers per meter. So this is the value of alpha here. Similarly, I can calculate the value of delta easily. Why? Because it is a inverse reciprocal of that alpha value. That is delta is equal to 1 by alpha. That is, it is a depth in meters. That is 1 by this value. That is 1 by 2 root 3 value. That is 2 root 3 value. Okay, it is 2 root 3. It will turn around to be 3.46 meters. Okay, delta value. So now as we have got the value E we have got the value, it is polarized in the z direction. That is, we have got e power minus alpha z, something like that, minus 2 into e power minus alpha z cos of omega t minus beta z, that is x by 2 plus j pi by 6 here, pi by 6 or pi by 3, it is pi by 6 into az. Now we are going to say that the wave is polarized, the E value is polarized in z direction. Wave is polarized in z direction. So that is our problem here. So that is the completion of the problem. Now let us do the second problem. We will do first here. Second problem I will read out here instead of writing on the board, because it will take a lot of time to me to write the problem here. It will take a lot of time. A plane wave propagating through a medium with epsilon r. He has given epsilon r here. Epsilon r is equal to 8 and comma mu r also given. Mu r is equal to 2. Has E is equal to, he has given E value 0.5 e power minus z by 3 sin 10 power of 8 t minus beta z ax volts per meter. So all of you listen here carefully. A plane wave propagating through a medium with epsilon r is equal to 8, mu r is equal to 2 has this one. Determine, we have to determine the following things. A, we have to determine beta. B, we have to determine last tangent. C, we have to determine intrinsic impedance. D, we have to find the wave velocity, and E, we have to find h speed. So we are having lot of terms to find here from the given data. So all of you listen the question here carefully. He has given all the values mu r, epsilon r, and he has given wave is propagating through a medium. Okay, doesn't matter what is the medium. So let us write the given data here. Epsilon r is equal to 8 he has given, and mu r is equal to 2 he has given. He has given this value also E. So from this E we can say that omega, we can calculate this omega here. That is, omega is equal to 10 power of, because omega t we get here minus beta z. We have not given any beta value here. So he has given omega and alpha, that is omega and alpha here. From this we can calculate the value of beta also. Now let us take alpha is equal to, already we know that is alpha is equal to omega into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1, this value. Now let us take this entire value, that is square root of x naught. Okay, let us take this as square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1. So let us take this value as x naught here. Let us take here x naught. So after taking that x naught, what I get here? This is in this is not alpha value. Alpha is omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 into square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square minus 1 square root. Okay, so this entire value I am taking as x naught here. So what I get here, alpha is equal to omega into square root of mu epsilon by 2 x naught minus 1. Similarly, beta value also will get here as so let us keep the values here. Omega value, omega he has given as 10 power of 8, alpha is equal to 10 power of 8 square root of mu means mu naught into mu r and epsilon naught into epsilon r by 2 into x naught minus 1 here. Okay, now after calculating these values of after substituting the values of, we know that the square root of mu naught into epsilon naught, that is equal to, it is 1 by c here, that is 1 by c means it is 1 by c means nothing but 1 by 3 into 10 power of 8. Actually c is equal to 1 by root mu naught epsilon naught value. Okay, so actually this is in this form, and mu naught into mu r, sorry, mu r into epsilon r, that is he has given as, I will erase this one here first. Mu r is given as epsilon r, mu r is given as 2 and epsilon r is 8. Alpha is equal to 10 power of 8, that is 8 into 2 into omega base, that is c here, I can write here c, into x naught minus 1 here. Okay, square root of x naught minus 1, x naught minus 1. So alpha is equal to, I can write here as let us substitute these values here. If I send this to the right hand side, alpha into c by 10 to the power of 8 into square root of 8 to 16 here, that is actually here we are having by 2, these two will get cancelled, 8 into square root of x naught minus 1 here. After doing these calculations, let us send this right hand side alpha value here. Alpha value he has given, that is 1 by 3, 1 by 3 into 3 into 10 to the power of 8 by 10 to the power of 8 here, that is square root of 8 into 8 x naught minus 1 here. So if I calculate these values, that is cancellation of this occurs here, that is 1 is equal to square root of 8 into x naught minus 1. Okay, if I send this to the right hand side, that is x naught minus square root of x naught minus 1 is equal to 1 by root 8 here. So if I square and if I square this on both sides, what I get here, x naught minus 1 is equal to 1 by 8 I can get here, that is x naught is equal to 1 by 8 plus 1 here, that is equal to 8 1 plus 9 by 8, x naught is equal to 9 by 8 here I will get here. So now we have to calculate the value of x naught square here. X naught square is equal to what here? X naught square is equal to 9 81 by 64, and similarly I can get the value of x naught square plus 1, that is x equal to 81 plus 64 plus 1, that is I can write here as x naught square means this value, 9 by 8, that is 85. Okay, so now we are having this value, that is sigma by omega epsilon whole square plus 1, that is equal to 81 by 64. Now I can get this value sigma by omega epsilon whole square, that is equal to 81 minus 64 minus 1, that is I can write here as 81 minus 64, it will be turn around to be 17 by 64. If I take root here, I will get here as sigma by omega epsilon is equal to square root of 17 by 64 I can get here, and sigma by omega epsilon value it will turn around to be 0.554 here you get here. And similarly we know that this value is equivalent to tan 2 theta, okay, that is sigma by omega epsilon is equal to tan 2 theta of eta here. Now already we know this value 0.5154, that is equal to tan 2 theta of eta. So if I take to the right hand side, this will turn around to be theta of eta is going to be calculated as 13.63. All of you can check your calculators, because I have calculator by using the calculator. So this will turn around to be 13.63 value. Okay, now similarly I can calculate the beta value here by taking the ratio alpha by beta. So we know that alpha by beta ratio here, beta by alpha we will take here, beta by alpha. If I calculate omega root mu by epsilon, all those values are going to be cancelled. I am left only with square root of x naught plus 1 by square root of x naught minus 1. So why? Because all omega root mu by epsilon, that is square root of mu epsilon by 2, all those will get cancelled. We are left with sigma by omega epsilon whole square plus 1 by sigma by omega whole square x naught plus 1 here. So already we know x naught value, that is x naught value is 9 by 8 plus 1 by 9 by 8 minus 1. Here we will get like this. So it will be equal to beta by alpha is equal to, this will be equal to root 17 by 1 here we will get, because 9 minus 8 is 1 by 8, that is I can write here as 1. So by because root 8 will get cancelled, I will get here as beta is equal to 17 root 17 alpha I will get here. And alpha values we know, that is 1 by 3, that is root 17 by 3 I get here. Root 17 by 3 the value it will turn around to be 1.374 radians per meter. This is the value of beta here. Similarly we have to calculate the value of, so this is the long procedure, what we have, after this we have got the value of beta here. Similarly we have to calculate the value of eta. Eta is what here? Eta is the intrinsic impedance. Eta is equal to mod eta theta of eta. So we know the formula for eta. Eta is equal to square root of mu by epsilon, that is square root of 1 plus sigma by omega epsilon whole square whole power 1 by 2. This is the value. Already we have got the value of this one, that is I can write here as square root of mu naught by epsilon and square root of mu r by epsilon r. Okay, and this value turn around to be 1 plus sigma whole square. So this value is root x naught here, that is root x naught value here, it is root x naught value whole power 1 by 2, and this value turn around to be this value is nothing but intrinsic impedance of free space, that is square root of mu naught by epsilon, that is epsilon naught, that is equal to 120 pi value. I can write here as 120 pi into root of epsilon mu r is 2 by 8 here, 2 by 8 I will get here as this value is root 9 by 8, the x naught value is root 9 by 8. After doing the calculation I will erase this side. This value turn around to be that is eta is equal to 120 pi into square root of 2 by 4, it is 1 by 2 I will get here, and root 9 by 8 here I will get. So after doing the calculation it will turn around to be eta is equal to 177.2. So you can check your calculator, this, that is 2 ones 260 pi, and it will be changing around to this value. And similar theta of eta is already we know, that is he has given eta here, theta of eta mod eta into theta of eta. So we have got this value 17.72 at an angle of, we have got 13.63, we have got 13.63 ohms. So this is the value of eta. Similarly we can calculate velocity. Velocity is equal to v is equal to u is equal to v by beta. We know that d question. So velocity is equal to u, that is omega by beta. Omega we have got 10 power of 8, and beta we have got some value that that is 1.374. So this will turn around to be 7.28 into 10 power of 8 meters per second. This is the velocity. And next finally we have to calculate the direction here. He is asking the direction, that is already we have calculated, I think, the direction of the field here. So AH is equal to AK cross AE. AH is the direction of the magnetic field. So magnetic field direction he has given, I think he has given the direction of AE here. So in the question what he has given? He has given the E. He has given the direction, that is E, electric field he has given. The direction of electric field AE is given as AY, and it is propagating along positive x direction. So I can write here as AH is equal to AK means AX cross AY, that will be equal to AZ. Now we have got the direction of AH also, that is AY. Now I can write the value of final value of this H here. So, that is I will write here final value of H, that will be equivalent to H is equal to E naught by eta mod eta is e to e power minus alpha z, means minus z by 3 cos of omega t. It is 10 power of 8 minus beta z. Beta, that is we have got 1.374 z into, so we have got into H, that is H direction is AZ here, amperes per meter I can write here. Now E naught by eta value also we have calculated. E naught is what here, 0.5 by mod eta value. So you have to take mod eta of theta of eta. Theta of eta is 13.63 and mod eta is 177.5 here. E power minus z by 3 cos of 10 power of 8 t minus 1.374 z AZ, and if you take these two into this one, it will be taken into e power value. So e power minus 1 value is this one, minus of this one, that is 0.5 by 177. It will turn around to be 2.817 e power minus z by 3 cos of 10 power of 8 t minus 1.374 z. So we have to take minus here, minus 13.63 angle, that is into A Z amperes per meter. So this is the final answer for the H. So that is H is equal to H E naught by eta. Eta is mod eta, that is eta is equal to mod eta and theta of eta here. So already we have got the values of this one. So this is the final answer of this question. So that is the calculation. So now, so this is the answer. Now we will stop here because I don't want to make the lecture lengthy. So we will do remaining problems in the next class. Till then, take care. Bye.